What's up, guys? I got another Alliance War video for you. In this Alliance War video, we'll be going up against NEWN. I'll be going path 6 and then porting to path 7 this war. This first node is Unblockable SP1, Limber, and Aggression Fury. And I'm a clown, and I took this fight unboosted, which I shouldn't have done, but I did that because I would have been able to pretty much take all of the harder fights crazy boosted at once. But I shouldn't have done that. Don't tell my battle group that I didn't boost. But anyway, it does turn out being a 565 Bishop. And this was pretty good placement. It did catch me off guard. I should be running Scouter Lens. And yeah, the Limber catches me. And this guy's obviously running what the hell is it, Stand Your Ground, and he parried my heavy, which was pretty nuts. But thank God I got him down. That would have been really bad on my part if I did die there and I didn't boost. But from now on, I'm definitely gonna boost for every single fight. So yeah, now I waited for max energy, and I'm able to take the rest of lane 6 and the rest of lane 7 in one go. So it actually worked out that I didn't boost. It worked out a little bit that I didn't boost, because if I did boost, I would have had to I would have taken the whole path, and then I would have used a lot more items on my Spark for losing all that health against that Bishop. But anyway, this is Bane, enhanced ability. Is it enhanced ability? Yeah, enhanced abilities and stun immunity. And it turns out being a 6-star Void. I do build up a couple poise charges in the beginning. I don't want to build up too much because I do want to get a little bit of a combo on him, so I can try and get those debuffs off of me on my 10th hit, which I just did. The Bane does transfer on me. Luckily, I get it off, and then I get a really nice intercept, and I do finish that fight pretty quick with my Spark. So this next node is node 24. This is Buffet. And Recovery and Limber, and I did bring Void in here. It turns out being a rank 4 Medusa, so it should be a pretty easy fight since it's a rank 4. I did throw on a invulnerability boost, just in case I do get clipped. I won't have to use potions, because potions are they're not hard, they're really easy to come by, but it's just, I don't know, I'd rather drop an invulnerability boost, and if I do get hit, I won't have to waste like 4 or 5 potions. But anyway, this is a 565 Medusa. I am trying not to get back into the wall in this fight, so I am retaliating her heavies with a heavy of my own, because it's a 3-hit heavy, and it can push her back pretty far. I didn't retaliate right there, I guess I just wasn't ready for it. But I do drop this L1, and I got four debuffs on her. Only one of them is the Petrified debuff. The RNG in this fight wasn't too good. At least both of my last two weren't the Petrifies. But yeah, I did get clipped. Thank God I had that invulnerability boost on, because I would have taken a decent amount of damage, and I probably would have had to use a decent amount of health potions. But yeah, this node does have Limber, so I didn't retaliate that parry right there. I was just trying to be extra cautious. And I do waste that L1 just to try and just get her away from me. And yeah, man, I actually got her down even before Fear the Void could come up, thanks to me running Max Despair. So this next node is the Buffet mini-boss. This node is Buffet, Recovery, and Mystic Ward. So I do top off my Void, and I also throw a Power Start boost on. And yeah, it is a 565 MODOK. So I bring Void in this fight, and pretty much my whole game plan against this MODOK, since this isn't a Limber node, I'm just going to parry and heavy this whole fight. At least that's what I'm going to try and do. I do drop that L1, and luckily luckily MODOK was not able to auto block it, because the first hit of my L1 like stunned him. He was stunned while I was auto blocking him up. Anyway, I do have four debuffs on him now. He's ticking down pretty quick, 500, 600 per tick almost, probably more than that. And yeah, man, I'm just continuously parry heavy. Void's heavy is a 3-hit heavy, so the first hit usually shuts off his auto block, and then the second 2 hits do connect. So that's pretty much mainly what I'm doing, just parrying my way through this fight. Thank God this node does not have Limber on it. So I do retaliate that heavy and only hit him once, because I knew if I would have, I knew my one hit would shut off his auto block. I do it once again. I do a Fear the Void and one Petrified debuff on him. I evade right there, and it takes off like 16k, I think. And the RNG at the end of this fight was really good. I now have Fear the Void and 2 Petrified debuffs, and I'm trying to trigger my evade. But for some reason, I don't know, with Void, it's like when you want to trigger your evade, you can't. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to just trigger my dexterity, and it's not happening. I finally do push him to an L1. He throws it, and I do finally get my dexterity buff off, and it takes off 40k. It was pretty nuts. I wish MODOK had, like, I wish his health bar was higher so you could see the 40k drop. He only had like 2% left, but yeah, 40k was pretty nuts. So this next node is node 38. This is Explosive Personality and Aggression Armor. And it does turn out being a 565 Infinity War Iron Man. Void is a really good counter to Infinity War Iron Man on this node. His debuff damage does reverse his power gain at the end of the fight. When Iron Man gets below 15% health, he does get power gain. So Void's Petrified debuffs do can't cancel that out or reverse it. And I haven't fought Iron Man Infinity War in a long time, and I did just get my my heavy after in the middle of his heavy wasn't fast enough. And right there I do heavy him and then drop my L1, but unfortunately he has a ton of armor ups on. I saw him have like 10 or 11 armor ups. I was like, crap, he is getting way too many armor ups against this aggression armor node. And with aggression armor, every 2 seconds the defender gains 1 armor up if you don't apply a hit to them. And then if you do apply a hit to them, for every 1 hit, it cancels out 1 armor up. So Void's once again, Void's heavy is a 3-hit heavy, so I'm canceling out 3 of those armor ups for every heavy. Right there, again, I wasn't fast enough against his heavy, I guess. And at this point, I am a little not shaken up, but a little nervous, because Iron Man is above 50% health, and I am below 50% health, and I do need a lot of health in this fight just to be able to tank a lot of block damage while I'm baiting out his heavies. So for some reason, the MODOK fight in this fight, I don't know, but I got past, like I got to an L2 and I was like, screw it, I'm just not going to throw a special. In this fight, I was like, would it be better to drop the L3 or to waste time with my special animation? So I just said, screw it, I'm just going to let the degen just do what they do and not waste any time with the animation. I don't know if he degens while the animation is going or not, but yeah, man, and the degen is ticking a crazy amount when Fear the Void was up, and I'm pretty stoked about this fight. I was gonna evade right there and then drop my L2, my L3, and kill him. Maybe make my boy Idolist proud to get a kill with Sentry, but unfortunately I didn't hit the button fast enough. He did die. So this next node is, I think it's node 42. I threw a combat regeneration boost on because I was expecting a 565 Domino on this node. And yeah, this is recovery and arc overload, and it does turn out being a 565 Domino. So the recovery does proc, and in the beginning of this fight I just want to try and just build up a bunch of poise charges. I did throw that recovery boost on, and I saw her go into her luck phase, so I stopped attacking into her because she has a chance to evade on her luck phase. And I am getting backed against the wall a little bit, so I do that medium trick, and I do evade that L1 really well. I was close enough. I was able to retaliate it. Once again, she goes into her luck phase. I back off, try and build up more poise charges. And that time I was not close enough against her L1, so I did not retaliate it. She would have parried me if I went and tried to retaliate it, or she would have attacked into me. Anyway, I got 10 poise charges against that heavy against the wall, dropped my L2, 2 out of the 4 hits, crit for 17k, it did a ton of damage, and yeah, man, that Domino does go down really fast. So this next node is the right to center mini boss. My profile is actually Void now, my little character, because I threw on, I had smaller boost on now. and I don't know, the difference had Void at my as my profile. Everybody sees Void in my profile because he has higher prestige, but I see Spark. So this is the right to center mini boss. This is the recovery node and strike back, but the recovery doesn't really matter because it's a 6-star King Root, and he's unduped, so he won't get his healing. Unfortunately, I did get clipped, and then I got heavied immediately after I got clipped. I don't know what was going on there. I guess I didn't pull up my block or my parry or swipe back. But luckily, I am still above 50% health, so I will still be critting a ton. I'm just trying to bait out this L1, and since I'm at 10 poise charges already, I didn't really want to try and build poise charges off of the L1. I push him right above an L1, and then I do bait it out. I did that intentionally. I hit him once, and then dropped my L2, just to try and keep his power manageable. This is a strike back node. My special would have pushed him to an L2 if I hit him more than once. But I do get a nice parry in, I do power drain him, and yeah, man, that fight was pretty quick. So that's actually the end of the war. Big shout out to New Nation, NEWN. We did win this war. Pretty stoked about that. Congratulations to all the MVPs. I hope you guys like this Lion Sword video. Till the next one. Peace.